Hi, everybody.
Father of the Bride Part 2.
Part two.
Let's do it, dude.
Hold on, let me put on the AI.
Oh, great.
I must have my companion, my AI companion.
Oh, ow. Okay, you might want to delete that. Just randomly coughing like a complete moron.
Nope, keeping it in.
Wait,
I'm gonna loop it for for 13.1ers.
sweet. Awesome.
Okay, I'm ready.
Awesome, let's do it. All right. Um, Here we go. One, two, three, click. One, two, three, clap.
Clap. One, two, three, clap.
Clap.
Okay,
Wait, that
it's
was
all right.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. I'm surprised.
Shoot.
That's great.
I know. I thought it was going to be like a 6 second delay. For the 13.1ers, we're the internet's not working at the concert hall where I'm at, so I'm on my phone. Or what do
The
you call that?
hotspot
Hotspot.
record. Yep.
How does that work? I don't even know.
All right, I'm ready.
Uh,
Okay. So far in this our year, the sequel, we've talked a lot about Hollywood's rallying cry when it comes to film follow-ups. If the movie did something well, the second one should do something more. Louder action, deeper characters, additional timelines, eviler villains, bigger spectacle, Yoda Yoda doing some sweet spin moves with his little lightsaber. Sometime in the 80s, Hollywood stumbled upon one of its favorite forms of sequel escalation. What if first movie, but baby? Forget all the deep thinking and long conversation about nuanced ways to increase tension, character development, or stakes. Just add a freaking baby. Take the exact same characters audiences already love and throw in a littler one. Ghostbusters 2, Rocky 2, Adam's Family Values, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. That's actually a baby. I'm saying this in a tone that might sound dismissive, but actually it's kind of genius. Adding a baby, even the prospect of a baby, automatically changes the status quo in really interesting ways, and lots of times sequels are better for it. Which is exactly where everyone's favorite prematurely graying dad, George Bonks, comes in. After surviving the emotional and financial devastation of marrying off his daughter in the original film, and narrowly avoiding having to ask her to do the unthinkable, having a friend take the pictures. Writer Nancy Myers wanted Steve Martin's tightly wound suburban patriarch to confront an even greater horror: middle age. So she used that most typical 80s 90s sequel trope, a baby. But wait, there's more. What if two babies? That's an escalation that not even Attack of the Clones Yoda could have seen coming. We're the two Gomers. We're talking Father of the Bride Part 2, and this is Perfect Movie.
oh. Welcome, everybody, to Perfect Movie, a podcast where two regular guys try to change the universe one great film at a time. This is Anthony speaking, one of those now also four-eyed Gomers coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, with my friend Steven, all the way out in Flagstaff, Arizona.
I'm pretty sure we mentioned the four eyes in the Aliens episode too, but this is just such big news. We just have to keep talking about it. Plus, we've recorded a whole episode about getting glasses.
Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
folks, he's still wearing his glasses.
Well, I don't know why I didn't mention that. Like, say that. Aaron and I listened to the glasses episode in the car because we were talking about balance, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't I say that? So dumb.
Would say what?
That, what I just said in the intro.
Oh, that you are now a four-eyed, two Gomer
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
What a nerd. I mean, everyone that has seen your picture has been giving compliments about how cool
Oh,
it
yeah.
looks. So I think you're good.
Well, and we had the spoiler free chat about Survivor. I don't know if we want to keep that spoiler free, continue with that.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't going to come out till June, so
Okay.
um, yeah. I mean, I love it when a glasses wearer wins.
I cannot believe we talked about that dude,
Yeah,
actually.
that
Like,
that
that.
episode came out like 2 days. after the winner was announced and we didn't know the winner yet. I love it when that happens on the podcast.
Yeah, that was art imitating life. No, that's not that at all. In media res, no, it wasn't that.
I'm sure
Oh,
we'll think of what it was.
okay. Hey, I want to give a quick little thing at the top of the show. I'm
Yeah.
in like a really, really boomy space, so I'm sorry if I got some echo going on. I'm doing my best to be close to the mic, but that's what it is.
Anthony
It is
Anthony
what it is.
continues his journey on trying to figure out where the best place to record is. This
Yeah,
this might not be the best place, but it is cool. It's a cool place,
yeah,
and for 13.1ers, we're gonna do a little video tour of it afterwards for them.
yeah. Let's just say the concert hall is directly behind this wall.
Yeah,
So,
it looks cool. Um, okay, I have a couple 4-year-old cliffhangers to wrap up.
okay. Hey, by the way, you forgot Three Men and a Little Lady.
But yeah, so I was going back and forth on because Three Men and a Baby
Uh-huh.
is the
Yep.
original. And so does the aging up fit the trope? I'm not sure. Then I was
Sure.
thinking about adding a second child and going for that in the cold open a little bit, like Look Who's Talking
Mm,
2
yep.
adds another baby.
Yep. We got Look Who's Talking Now, adding a pet.
And guess what? Look Who's Talking
Mm.
Now is going to come up again very
Oh.
soon. Uh, but first, let me wrap a couple for because we recorded Father of the Bride that episode 4 years ago.
Yep.
And I mentioned on that episode that I was going to ask my kids that year for Father's Day for a gift.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm
I listened
about
to
to
that this
show
week.
you the gift. Ready?
Yes. Okay,
I need to
sweet.
take off my
Here we go.
headphones just a second.
Oh, dude. Sweet.
My sidekick sweatshirt.
Awesome.
This is a sweatshirt I would never wear out in public.
Why not? It's cool.
It doesn't. So the thing is, they got it for me on Etsy. Where else are you going to get something like this? It's the same thing
Right.
uh with my over the top cap.
Yep.
Doesn't quite fit right, and so it doesn't do my bod any favors. I guess that's what the
Oh,
problem is with
yeah,
this
yeah,
sweatshirt.
gotcha. Yeah.
Now the reason to wear it is to identify my people, right? Like if
Mhm.
someone were
For
to
sure.
come up to me and say, "Where did you get that Sidekicks sweatshirt?"
Hmm.
Now, Sidekicks, if people don't remember, didn't watch the movie, how could people not know what Sidekicks is? I don't know, but
Right.
that is George Banks's sneaker company, Steve Martin and Father of the Bride and Father of the Bride Part 2.
Yeah.
And um Kieran Culkin is wearing a Sidekick sweatshirt in Part 2 playing basketball.
Yep.
Um and I tried to get the color to match, but it's another Etsy thing where the color matched on the computer screen. And then when
Right.
it came out,
Right.
I was like, this is just a baby blue sweatshirt. Nobody wears one of these in the movies. But
Dang.
still, Sidekicks, I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah, that one rules, dude. I love that. We talked about that on the episode. It's the perfect sweatshirt,
Yep.
and I mean, like they look amazing. Super cool, dude.
Sidekicks. Okay. The other cliffhanger. Now, I don't know if you listened to the result show.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Shoot, I did
And the
not.
only reason I did was because um it wasn't written down anywhere whether or not Father of the Bride actually got onto the I think we were sending it at that point to Jabba the Hutt in episode
Right.
4.
Yep.
Um okay, so let me even before I say that, I think the Father of the Bride Part 1 episode that we recorded might be the episode where we disagreed most.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yep.
Not only the Frank of it all, which obviously we'll
Mm-hmm.
get back to again this episode,
Yeah.
the Martin Short of it all, right? Like you don't like him, I do, that kind of thing. That was a big thing. But
That was
also
funny.
the the kind of distaste I have for Annie in the first one.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I
Just
had forgotten that completely, and I had forgotten the disagreement
like
too.
I can't like in the first movie, and it's still this way, even though some of I've softened on some things, I'll say, but when it comes to Annie's kind of I just I've never she just bugs me in that first
Hmm.
movie. So
Right.
that will come back, of course, in our conversation today around
Hmm.
whether or not my feelings have changed in the second movie. But the results show
Hmm.
I worked really hard to get a yes from the audience, and
Oh,
I
really? Okay.
barely did. Like I really love this movie. I knew it was a long shot, and so I like did multiple posts asking people to vote, guilting people into saying yes. Then I said yes, and then I said, "Anthony, what are you going to vote?"
Mm.
And you said, "I'm not ready yet. Let's come back to it at the end of the episode." And we
Oh,
never did.
what the heck?
So this is a movie that that is in limbo. Father
Oh
of the
my
Bride Part
gosh, I'm
1 is
glad you checked
in
that out.
limbo. Yeah.
Wow.
We never came up with a vote. Now, I was two episodes before that, I had voted no on Interstellar.
Mm.
So had the audience, but I had voted no on Interstellar, so I said it all's fair in love and movies, right? Like if
Sure.
you vote no on Father of the Bride, that's fine.
Right.
So I don't know that we're gonna wrap that cliffhanger up in this episode, but we should probably wrap it in the results show of this movie. We should be
Okay,
able
that's
to
so
say
funny. Wow.
whether or not one and two are perfect. We'll do a vote for part two. The vote for part one stands, except for Anthony has not voted yet for 4 years.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Now, I would not have been able to tell you that had happened. And
Yeah, I don't
obviously,
remember
I
that.
didn't remember it even within the episode because we didn't come back to it. Um, so no shame. I just thought it was so interesting. Like, I
Wow.
don't think, if I had to guess, I don't think that's happened with any other movie.
I don't think so either. I'm so confused right now. I
And
can't believe we
maybe
didn't
that's
come
why I
back to it.
couldn't find it anywhere on our
Yeah.
website.
Huh.
Because there's no vote.
Okay. Well, it's going to be interesting because it was fun listening back to the full episode
Yeah.
because I hadn't watched that movie at that point, right? What, for like 10, 20 years?
I think you said 20 years at one
Yeah.
point, which a lot, sometimes these, especially if it's the other person's choice.
Mm-hmm.
This happened, I think, with October Sky. I
Uh-huh.
remembered watching it in high school at some point, but
Right.
I remembered nothing about it. So when it's
Yeah.
the other person's choice, which Father of the Bride was, sometimes it's been decades for the other person, if
Yeah.
ever.
Uh-huh. Right. So now it's become an absolute family rewatch every
Mm,
year when we go to the cabin.
right.
Um,
A
and
seasonal
so it's,
watch for you.
yeah, it's become full, like just Gomer One family lore or canon.
Yeah.
Um, so that'll certainly color the vote a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Um, just so you know, between the full episode and the result show, you watched it with your kids.
Okay. Oh, that's fun.
And
Okay, I
so
need to listen to that before our next result show.
okay,
Okay.
I did sense a shift in what you thought about the movie, but I think if I had forced your hand back then, you would have voted no.
I probably would have if
Um,
oh well, although you said I had watched it with the kids at that point.
you had, but I'm not sure like what you're saying right now, which is that it's become an annual
Uh-huh.
seasonal tradition. That obviously had not
Yep.
happened yet. And so
Yep.
um you came into that result show feeling with a little bit like of a more open
Okay.
mind toward heart maybe toward the movie. Um,
Great.
but I still think you would have voted no then. So I'm very curious because let's
Okay.
face it, folks, Father of the Bride Part 2 is no Godfather Part 2.
Right. No.
Right? Um,
Definitely not.
it is not a home run, right? Now, in certain ways, I think it is, but it's it's not a home run in that it's a foregone conclusion, right? That
Right.
either of us, I think, would vote perfect on this. Um, those are fun, and so I don't know what's going to happen with this. Uh, I can imagine. I just imagine some person out there being like, "Finally, I've been waiting 4 years." I don't think anybody remembers.
Well, Nobody sent us any messages,
Nope.
and we didn't remember, and we were there. Um, this movie does have a major conceit that Father of the Bride 1 does not have. And so
Sure.
that we will get all into that.
Yeah, I wonder
And
what you
and
mean. I think
it's
I know what you mean, but I wonder if it's the same thing
well,
I think about.
it's interesting because we're going through these movies, me and Aaron,
Yeah.
like the ages they are.
Yes.
And so like that changes, and specifically talking with Aaron about this,
Yeah.
what it would be like for a 47 to 49, like year old woman, sorry, a
Yep.
47 to 49-year-old woman, like Aaron is like that seems crazy right now, and she's 45 today as of recording this.
So that's
Right?
interesting because there's 4 years between movies
Yep.
and there's 4 years between our recordings.
Mm.
And so you guys, I think in particular, even though I think there's that part where where Steve Martin says combined we're almost 100 years old, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Um, my guess is he's more toward the 48, 49.
Yep.
She's younger in real life, and I think in the movie, 2 or 3
Well, okay,
years.
so in real life, we looked it up. She was 49 when they filmed the movie.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah.
was, wait, I have it in my notes. Yeah, no, she was 48 to 49. He was 49 to 50.
Wow, okay.
By the way, dude, have kids whenever you want to have kids. Right? Like, we're not saying anything about it. You know what I
And
mean?
certainly this movie is saying that too. Have kids
Totally.
whenever you
I mean,
want to have kids.
think about it though. Like, she thought she was going into menopause, right?
Yes. Yep. Yep.
So like that is what she thinks is happening, right? So the kind of like trick or gimmick of the movie is what if mom and daughter were pregnant at the same time, and how could we actually make that work?
Yes. And they
Is
they kind
different than what if my kid got married? You know what I
right.
mean?
And they
Like
kind
that's
of
way more gimmicky.
for sure. They kind of fell into that. Probably they were probably like, "Oh, phew, doing the math from the first movie, this could actually work."
Yep,
Nancy Meyer
100%.
was probably thinking, "We can make two babies work. What about that?" Now we will get back to that gimmick in the evidences, and I wonder how you feel about that gimmick because I have strong feelings a certain direction in it, so
Well,
I can't wait to talk about it.
truly, we're two men. We should have Aaron and Jessica say how they feel about it. And I know Aaron definitely is like that. But she's like that ship has sailed. I'm not going to speak for her, but she would say that.
And I mean, Jessica, who's in perimenopause and has been for quite a while, would have a lot to
Hmm.
say about the fact that Diane, it must be nice, Diane Keaton, to think like, oh, I'm late.
Right.
I must be in menopause. Oh, is that how it works? You don't go through 7 years of perimenopause first. You can just be at your in-laws' mansion and say, huh, hooray, I'm going through menopause.
Right.
Oh, okay. So why don't we go right to the one sheet? I'll
Great.
do
Sounds
the
great.
VHS box and then we can get into some of the things. There's a lot to love about this movie. There are
Totally.
definite strickens. I liked
Yeah.
in that episode where we struck as we went. I think we should do that again.
Oh yeah, that was super fun. That was cool listening to a 4-year-old episode. That
Mm-hmm.
was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't we do the one sheet and then we can get into
Actually,
the trial.
also, okay, sounds great. Also, though, dude, man, you can tell how like hardcore I was going into editing back in those days too. Like there was a clip at least every 3 to 5 minutes. Like I mean, that was a professional edited episode, dude. That was like we don't go as extra anymore just because we just don't have time, and we're
No.
also trying to let our the podcast kind of speak for itself.
Yes, I agree.
And
There was a little bit of that feeling, honestly, bro, where I was like, I think I like how we do it now, which is fewer clips. We let our voices speak a little bit more. Then again, there was a couple times where I was like, wow, that was a cool insert.
oh man, I was genuinely like, okay, that was funny. I don't remember
Yes.
doing any of that. Like, I
Oh, of
mean,
course
even the
not.
like the Tom Cruise thing when it was like only what I can prove, like in the
How, but when that happened, I was like, how far deep did he have to dig to find that clip? How
No.
much time were we spending
Dude,
on
that's why
this?
editing used to take so freaking long.
I mean, if you go back and listen to the Iron Giant episode, which I edited, it's
Oh
like
yeah.
so extra.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that movie was really important to me, and I wanted to do it. But that episode probably took me twice as long as editing an ep nowadays takes.
Yeah. Well, and that's funny too because it wasn't even a precious episode to me. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, interesting. Yep. Hearing their voices though is really fun. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
in the clips, man, I gotta say, I was just really proud. I was like, this sounds like a professional podcast.
Uh-huh. And now now we're back to just skin of our teeth and
Right.
loving
Okay.
it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, 100%. All right. Gomer One Sheet, Father of the Bride Part 2. Still professional, though. Even though I'm in the atrium of the Atlanta Symphony right now with a boomy microphone set down on a music stand that's about to fall over.
I'm wearing a hot sidekick
I know,
sweatshirt.
dude.
Nobody
Like,
can see. All right, it's okay. We're okay, everybody.
that's awesome. Okay. Release date December 8th, 1995.
Christmas
Oh,
movie.
man. What a dream. Oh, wait. Hold on. 765. Okay. Yes. So my family was still together. This was our last Christmas.
Wow.
That's
Interesting.
depressing. Sorry. Release date. Oh, I already said that. 1 hour and 46 minutes. Runtime. Budget was $30 million. Gross at the box office, according to IMDb, 76.59 million U.S. and worldwide. They didn't have different stats for some reason.
I wonder if
Um,
this movie would do well overseas. I don't know. It seems like
mm,
comedies,
yeah.
well, probably like in France or something. They love comedies there, but like I don't think it's making big bucks in like
Yep.
Asia. You know,
Yeah. How
like
does like Only Murders in the Building? How's that doing?
I wonder.
Like that show with these same dudes. Um, where they're big fans of Diane Keaton from Godfather or like Steve Martin. Three Amigos. Uh,
Probably not. I'm assuming most of their money came from the US is my guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Awards and achievements nominated for one Golden Globe. Steve Martin, Best Actor in a Comedy or Musical, didn't
Mm,
win.
no.
Didn't look who did win. Now the score did win a Film Music Award, a BMI,
Okay.
Body Mass Index.
But yeah, won a body mass index. Congratulations.
Nice, coming in at like 25% body fat.
I
Alan
think Jiminy
Silverstreet.
Glick won a lot of those.
Totally. Director Charles Shire, written by Nancy Myers and Charles Shire and Albert Hackett. Alan Silverstreet did the score. Coming in at Rotten Tomatoes, 54% critic,
Uh-huh.
60% audience.
Yeah, yeah. So not a home
Uh,
run, like I said.
right. The first was 71 and 70.
Yeah.
So, significantly higher, particularly on the critic. And just last thing, I mean, just reading the movies that came around this time, 95, I mean, every single one of these we saw in the theaters, dude. Batman Forever.
Yep.
I mean, lights out,
Apollo
great movie.
13.
I know the last movie we saw, my family saw, Toy Story,
Wow.
Pocahontas, Ace Ventura 2. Is that 2?
I think that's when he climbs out of a rhino's butt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's what
Mm-hmm.
the peak of
Yep.
Carrie's like the year after Truman Show, he's climbing out of a rhinoceros's butthole.
That's pertinent to a money grab right there.
Yeah.
Casper, Die Hard 3, Crimson Tide, GoldenEye, Waterworld, While You Were Sleeping. Those are the top 13
That's
or
pretty
14
great.
box office.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What a time to be alive. What a time to be a junior and senior in high school.
Dude, dude, this is the year
Oh no.
we took the
Sophomore and
European trip.
junior. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. Those were the days.
Mm.
Let's do the back of the box. I don't have Father of the Bride 2 actually physically in my possession like I have Father of the Bride 1 VHS
right.
tape. Now this is this is not my favorite back of the box copy. I have issues with this. But
Okay.
this is the back of the box of Father of the Bride 2. Expect crowd-pleasing entertainment when Steve Martin, in parentheses, Parenthood, that's good.
What about Steve Martin, father of the bride?
Well, hold on.
Okay.
You're getting out of yourself, but it's a good call. Steve Martin, Parenthood. Diane Keaton, Look Who's Talking Now.
What?
She's the voice of a dog in that movie. Why
Okay.
would they parenthesize that? Why doesn't it say baby boom in there?
Yeah, Annie Hall, Godfather 1 and 2.
And I mean, I get why Godfather's not in there because they
Yeah,
want to be
yeah, I
like
get
she's a
it.
comedic actress. But
Yeah, yeah.
yes, you're right. Annie Hall or Baby Boom would be much better choices. I looked it up. Look Who's Talking Now is just the previous movie she did.
Okay.
So that must be why, but it's a bad decision.
But it's like I was such a fan of that dog's voice in Look Who's Talking 3 that I want to see Father of the Bride 2.
I'm going to go to the theater and say, one ticket for Father of the Bride 2, please, where that dog's voice
Yeah.
plays the grandma who's having a baby. Um, and Martin Short, Captain Ron.
Mm?
Now I have
Mm?
Captain Ron thoughts because they just came out with a documentary about Martin Short, Marty.
Oh, right.
Life is Short, it's called. It's kind of funny.
Yep.
Um, and bro, you don't have to watch this documentary, but I need you to know that Martin Short and his wife Nancy would have these lakeside cabin parties, weekend long
Yep.
parties with Tom Hanks and uh, 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 Rita
Rita Wilson.
Wilson,
Uh-huh.
Steven Spielberg and Kate Capshaw come.
Mm.
Kurt Russell comes because of Captain Ron, I'm assuming. Um,
Okay.
and there are shots in this documentary that look like The Big Chill. And
Perfect
Lawrence
movie.
Kasdan directed the documentary,
Wow.
and he's also there at these parties.
Dang.
So it's incredible. Okay, those three return in this hilarious sequel to the comedy smash Father of the Bride, having just married off his cherished daughter, in parentheses, Kimberly Williams, father of the bride.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
George Banks is ready to get footloose and fancy free. So when his daughter and his wife Nina both announce they are pregnant, George finds himself in one outrageous situation after another, desperately trying to recapture, the wild and crazy days of his youth. Get it? Because the wild and
Hmm.
crazy guy.
Yep.
You'll love every star-filled minute of Father of the Bride Part 2, the riotous comedy hit that delivers double the fun and twice the laughs! Two exclamation points.
I wouldn't agree with that. But
We'll see. We'll see if we find it riotous and whether it
yeah.
doubles the fun and the laughs. Good News Nation. It is in color. 106 minutes, like you said. A very gentle PG.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
After two R-rated movies in a row on Perfect Movie, Year of the Sequel, we got a nice and gentle PG.
I mean, yeah, I did the full Aliens. Now I did Alien Covenant, Prometheus, some Alien Earth, and then just watching this, it's like, wow,
Yeah, nothing is
whoa.
bursting out of anyone. I mean, I guess behind closed doors because men are not allowed into the room when their wives
Oh,
are having babies.
also that, yeah, that is Mad Men era stuff, not mid '90s, right?
I know. Very,
Huh.
very strange that they're not
Yeah,
allowed into the room at
yeah.
the end. Um, all right. Well, I think we should get into the trial. I'm very curious about what you're going to have to say about this movie. I have obviously a lot of thoughts. Let's put it on trial.
All right, let's do it. Great. Let's play the trailer and let's clap. 1, 2, 3, clap,
Clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
clap. Great. Oh.
All rise.
Hey, how's it going over there? I got a fridge cigarette.
There it is.
Well, it's just a Diet Coke, but it's in my Yeti because I had to keep it cold.
Now, a fridge cigarette is just a Diet Coke. Is that right?
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Yours is an elevated.
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
That
That's like Yeah, just this
Mm-hmm.
is it right here. Look at that,
This is
ice
it.
cold. And you're right, dude. Like the feeling in the hand, like a koozie or like the Yeti, which I mean, this is awesome because I haven't had a refrigerator, and
Mm,
this is ice cold. This Yeti
mm.
has helped it stay perfect. But the holding of it in the hand does also make you feel nice and cool,
Yes.
you know? So because wasn't that your problem with the koozie?
Yeah, I like to feel the coldness in my hand, which honestly, that's another way that it is a fridge cigarette because, not half the fun of a cigarette, but I would assume some of the fun of a cigarette is the like
Right. The tactile,
the
yeah, the
tactile,
sure, yeah, yeah.
you get to hold it, you get to feel it in your hand. It's a very practical thing that's happening. And so, yeah, I if I'm going to drink a can of something, I like to hold it in my hand, feel that
Hmm.
sweat.
Oh yeah. But to keep it, for hours, the Yeti
Yeah.
slaps. And look, it still has the sticker on it, dude. Simplify.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Remember you gave me that. Hmm.
Yep, that my friend made for us. I just had some we just had some middle-aged friends over this morning.
Hmm.
Some of them parents, and I asked them if they knew what a fridge cigarette was, and two of them did, and three of them
Mm.
didn't. So I was like, "Yeah, I just learned it this past month." You know when you learn something new and you want to show off?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's like me with look maxing.
Yes, we are doing, get ready for this. We are doing a whole series at the beginning of our fall semester on what would Jesus think of blank, and one of
Wow.
them
Okay.
is look maxing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can't wait. This is gonna be really fun. So even
That
I,
sounds.
folks,
Although,
even I know what look maxing means.
yeah. Oh, there was a great Lewis Black on the Daily Show about look maxing that was really. It's crude, so don't watch it with kids. But it was really funny.
Okay. Now, do you
Yep.
think Diane Keaton is look maxing in this movie?
Well, okay, we let's talk hair. Wait, do you want to set up the rules?
Oh yeah, sorry. I got distracted by fridge
Sorry,
cigarettes and
dude.
look
Sorry.
maxing. No, no, that was my fault. Okay, here we are in the trial this year in our year of the sequel. We pick a movie or sequel this year that we
Hmm.
love, and we talk through it. We act as its defense counsel and present evidence. Uh-oh,
Uh
the
oh.
sound. Uh-oh,
Oh yeah.
the sound, everyone.
Here,
We
I'll
present.
edit it in post.
Okay, we present evidence, and you'll hear this sound, and we attempt to prove to you, listener, and to one another that the movie is not only good, but perfect. When we're done, listeners act as judge, jury, and possibly executioner because I get a full vote, Anthony gets a full vote, and the corporate listenership gets a full vote. If 75% or more vote yes, that equals a yes from them. If all three of us vote yes, that equals perfect. And it goes into the DeLorean to alternate 1985 Biff for him to watch and be converted into a nice gentleman.
Hmm.
Um, I was surprised last movie that Aliens did not get perfect.
Mm.
Surpri- Shocked but not surprised. Does that make sense? When I
Yep.
thought deeper about it, I was like, some people just don't like this. Now, I wonder if some people just don't like this that we're doing this month, right? Like
Yep. Yep.
Father of the Bride is the series is so broad. Do you know what I mean? Like
Hmm. Hmm.
welcome one and all into this gentle movie.
Yeah.
That might be not some people's cup of tea. I don't know.
Okay, that made me think actually. Okay, so my teacher was here like a month ago staying with us,
Uh-huh.
and I was like we were grilling out and just like chilling and stuff, and I was like, "Do you mind if I play some yacht rock? Would that bother you?"
Oh,
And he was
interesting.
like, "I think that's the point, dude. It doesn't bother anybody."
Yes.
Right? It's like it's so
Yep.
gentle and it makes you so happy. And
Yeah.
like we were laughing, right?
Yep.
Um and like in some sense I feel like these movies have that to
I,
it, like the yacht rock
you're
feel
so
of
right.
like how can you other than some of the stricken stuff we'll probably talk about, it how can you not just relax and enjoy these yuppies going through their yuppies in peril. You know what I mean? Like it's just nice,
It's
right?
almost impossible to have a strong feeling in any direction about these movies. Now,
Right.
sometimes I can do the impossible. I have strong feelings about these two movies, but I'm not surprised when
Sure.
people are like, Father of the Bride? Sure. Like that's as
Yeah, that's
much
what.
as they
Yeah,
can muster. Like
sure. They're. Yep.
it's not doing any harm, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yacht Rock is such a great analogy to it. Like you can play Yacht Rock at a party, no one's gonna care, and no one's gonna say anything because it's just
some people will. Okay,
that's
so
true.
like I have yeah, like I mean, I'm not contradicting. It's like, for example, like we have a couple of friends, like really fashionista kind of friends
Uh-huh.
that are like super into. Well, were so Look Maxing is now
Yeah.
Coastal Grandma, right? Was like a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and like one of our friends like inspiration boards, and she posts about it on Instagram all the time. Was literally just Nancy Meyers stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
Yep.
if our buddy Brendan was at a party and somebody was playing Michael McDonald,
Sure.
he's gonna be like, "Oh, bro, just like your shirt. If somebody sees that shirt,
Yes.
the Sidekick sweatshirt, you know, like there's gonna be probably nobody's gonna be like, hey, could you turn this off?
Or
But there will be
can you
people that,
turn that sweatshirt inside out? It's
yeah,
offensive to me.
it's really offensive to me, right?
So
Yeah,
maybe that is why I said this thing at the beginning. Like the reason that I would wear this sweatshirt is because I would find my people, and my people are people that care about this movie
right. Yeah, that's it
enough to be like, wow, a sidekick sweatshirt.
for sure,
Where
dude.
98.9% of the population, more than that,
Yeah,
99.9% of the population would not even see me. This is like wearing camouflage, I feel like, because it means nothing. And so
right.
these movies don't they don't offend. You know, I had strong feelings about Father of the Bride Part 1, and there is things that I have strong feelings about in this one, but I'm not going to the mat for it.
Right.
When like if you voted no on this, I'd be like, of course. Of course it's not. I wouldn't be offended by that. I would be like, I get it. Anybody that sort of likes this movie, I completely understand you.
Right, dude.
Um, Now the whole point of this podcast is to have a strong opinion, right?
Right.
Sometimes, and so I do have some things that I think elevate the movie
Okay.
to not just good but great in my eyes.
Okay, great.
Um, and so I have evidences that I feel proud of. I'm gonna stand behind
Great.
in this just completely milk toast movie.
Right, dude.
Um, and actually my first one actually comes really fast in the movie, so I'm wondering if I can start.
Go for it, dude.
Okay, so I'm gonna chunk in. That wasn't very loud, but okay, I actually really love the middle age stuff in this movie, and I was so happy
Mm,
that we are in the summer of our middle age milestones
yep.
to turn on this movie. And you know, the movie starts fast. They get right to it, right to the plot.
Yep.
Annie is having a baby. You find that out in the first 5 minutes.
Yep. Just like we said, kind of like in Father of the Bride one, you get to the the point of the movie really fast,
Yes.
right?
Which honestly brings me to a question that I didn't try, but I wonder how much you could actually layer the two movies like
Right.
not PowerPoint. What were they called? Overheads? You know,
Oh,
like
right, right,
you
right.
put one in front of the other, like how
Yeah.
closely these would match in their plot beats.
It's the Home Alone 1 and 2 thing. It's
Yes.
the Star Wars Episode 4 and Episode 7 thing.
I have Home Alone 1 and 2 written down
Hmm.
because they are the, as far as what happens when, and both Home Alone 2 and Father of the Bride 2 are longer than their predecessors. There's
You're
more
right.
plot machinations in them. just because that's the nature of a sequel, right? Like you have to have something.
Hmm.
But maybe percentage in the movie would be better. Like how much of a percentage of the movie goes by before you see Franck?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at it as percentages, not as timings.
So
Absolutely. So
I
if they're both
actually did
exactly the
do
same,
that
yeah.
with Franck, and it's
Okay,
almost
interesting.
exactly the same percentage.
Good. Okay.
We're gonna get to Franck. We're gonna get there. Let's not get there yet. um, uh, so you get it right away. I mean, this is my second reference to the Truman Show in one episode, but like just like in the Truman Show, 5 minutes in, he walks outside the door and the big light falls down.
Yep,
And
yep,
so it's like there's no question what's happening here in this movie. And
yep.
he's pregnant. Okay. That makes George feel old.
Mm-hmm.
And in this movie, he actually talks about how it makes him feel old differently than in the first one. Where in the first one,
Definitely,
he's
yep.
in denial of that in different ways, I think. This one, he's like, you know what? My hair is gray. I'm kind of
Mm-hmm.
weak.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Yep.
there's this sequence I think is probably within the first 10 minutes of the movie where it
Yep.
is such like a Gomer
Mm-hmm.
middle age two Gomers podcast coded scene. I feel
Yeah,
like
absolutely. Yep. Right.
um he dyes his hair. He goes to the gym.
Yeah. He's so weak in that, dude.
He's so weak in that. And then I also like that gym is like either some sort of California gym I'm not
Right.
familiar with, or it's set up in some living room.
Right. Right.
It looks so 90s. There's all those 90s hunks in there. What you know I love a 90s hunk.
Yep.
Um he works out, uh he gets his hair dyed
Mm-hmm.
brown.
Which, dude, when he does that, okay, did he remind you of anyone when he did that?
Oh no. Oh, tell me.
Okay, we were like, it's Dennis Quaid.
Oh,
We
interesting.
we were like, oh my gosh, profile not like his nose is different,
Yeah.
but when he's got the black hair or the dark brown hair, we were
Yeah.
like, that is a doppelganger for Dennis Quaid. I don't know, that's what I thought.
Wow. Okay. Now, when you asked that question, I thought you were talking about someone we knew
Oh no
because
no 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 no
obviously the
no.
premature gray thing, we always think about Brian Krause, our
Yeah,
friend
we always
Krause,
think
who
of
went
Krause.
gray
Yeah,
when he
we
was in
talked
his
about that.
20s. Yep.
Yep.
Um, and Steve Martin, I think, went gray when he was in his 20s also. And so he's always had that. I'm sure I have seen Steve Martin before with not gray hair, like when he was
Have
very
you?
young. I don't,
I
I
don't
don't
even
know.
know. Like, is stand-up stuff? He had silver hair, right?
Maybe in very early stand-up
Wait,
stuff. I'm not sure I've actually
what about
seen any
SNL?
of it. SNL, he was gray already,
Earlier.
I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not as, and I don't know if you'd call it gray or white, whatever, but
Yeah.
not as, I mean, by the time he's in movies, right?
Yep.
I think
Yep.
The Jerk, he's gray already.
Yeah.
I think he
You're
has white
right.
hair in The Jerk. Um,
Yeah.
so uh it is kind of it's kind of fun to see him with, and it's actually this Jessica's it's kind of a pretty good dye job because it's not just solid brown.
Yeah, yeah. Around the ears, it had a little gray. It looked good.
It looked good.
Like, okay? Was there any part of him that was like, I like this?
I
You know what I mean?
I
Like
wonder
when he,
too.
it also made me think of different, but same when George got hair in Seinfeld. There was
Oh
like a
yeah.
little short thing where he got hair, and he was like, "Hey," and he like has all this confidence, and he goes into the
Yes.
coffee shop. I don't know.
Well, and obviously that's the setup right here also in the scene where he is gaining confidence. That pretty lady drives up next to him and kind of
Uh huh.
flirts with him, and he points at his wedding ring like, "Sorry,
Uh
I'm
huh.
taken."
Yeah.
He has enough confidence to go to Victoria's Secret and buy Diane Keaton something very slinky. I love it when she takes that out of the bag.
Yeah, dude, that's
She's
that's like the
so
most
bad to him.
raunchy this movie gets.
Yes,
That little short scene.
100%. Um, and then of course they make sweet love on the kitchen floor, right? That
Yep.
whole sequence. Um, I was just loving it, bro. Watching it,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is so fun. It, I am that age, obviously. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
this is some big news. I'm actually gonna try to dye my mustache and beard a little bit this summer. When I have a
Okay.
week off, I'm not gonna see very many people, and so it's so embarrassing. It's something popped up when I was on Instagram a couple weekends ago, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that's cheap. It actually looks good. It could be the stupidest thing ever, and it's not permanent. And so I'll
Yep.
just try and see. So
Yeah, sure,
these
dude.
things go through my mind. I lift very light weights three
Yeah, right.
mornings a week. That would be
Yeah.
embarrassing for me to tell what actually weight they are and how much I struggle. All these things
Yeah.
happen, and I was really connecting with George Banks in the first
Mm,
15 minutes of this movie.
mm. That's great, dude. Here, let me chunk in because it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same thing, dude.
Okay, great. Ooh, a double chunk, folks.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna chunk in. Honestly, I had the same thing. Midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Uh, so clearly, it's the stage we're in. Um, it's a perfect moment when oh crud, what's the husband's name? Brian.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a perfect moment when Brian hugs him and says, "Grandpa," right?
Uh-huh.
Like that
Congratulations,
was yeah,
Grandpa.
yeah, dude. That was the thing that got in his mind. Like, wait, what? Like, he already went through like, okay, my kid's gonna have a kid, and the you know, I always hated that Brian thing, you know. But
Uh-huh.
then it was the grandpa line
Yep.
that he's like, that's when the movie or the music, Alan Silvestri comes in with like a da, 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 da. No, just kidding. He comes in with like a
There is some definite especially like I suppose it's more Forrest Gump
Yeah, I mean this.
themes in this
Okay,
movie.
the movie is got so much Forrest Gump. There's a perfect Mac and Me moment of musical score. It's
Yes.
so much Mac and Me.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Flight of the Navigator quote. Um,
You'd
and
almost forgive someone for thinking this isn't Alan Silvestri. It's someone trying to be Alan Silvestri writing this score.
what is it though about his sound that you just know it's him though?
I love it. I love
Seriously,
it.
like I love a composer that you just you when you hear them, you hear their voice right away, and
Yeah.
that's the way Silvestri is. Like, and because you have those hyperlinks in your mind, when you hear that, you're like, that's Back to the Future, that's
Yep.
Forrest Gump, that's Mac and Me, that's Flight of the Navigator. There's a great Castaway moment,
Oh, okay.
absolute Castaway quote.
Ooh.
Um,
Do you remember where it
yeah.
is? I'll re-listen.
Well, the woodwind stuff in the waiting for the births,
Mm-hmm.
like there's incredible woodwind stuff there. It's right around there. It's full on Castaway.
Okay. Yeah.
5 years before Castaway came out. Um,
I mean, I have to
yeah.
watch the movie again anyway because I need to see how similar Steve Martin looks to Dennis Quaid. So I might as
Oh
well
yeah.
watch the whole thing to the end to listen to that
Yeah.
that one music cue.
For sure. You're gonna hear all that stuff. Um, where were we? Oh yeah, the Silvestri. I mean, that could be another evidence. He's one of the best parts of this movie. He's so good.
Yeah.
But he gets that. Oh my gosh, Grandpa! Like that's something that changes, like almost an identity shift of like, wait.
Yes. Oh
So
yeah.
he
Good
became
call.
father of the bride.
Yep.
So okay, so now my daughter is married, and
Yep.
then it's like, wait, now I'm a grandpa. That's like, I don't know what that feels like. Hopefully one day, that'll happen. That'd be super cool as
Yeah.
the Lord wills. Just same thing as when Aaron said that ship has sailed, but as the Lord willeth, you know.
Yeah. It would be
Um,
pretty crazy if Jessica and I
hmm
got pregnant again. It would be a miracle, right? I mean, I've gotten the vasectomy. I'll talk more about that in our surgeries episode. But like what I saw happening, I was like, how does you hear about dudes that have gotten a vasectomy and
Yep.
their wives
Oh,
get
right.
pregnant anyway?
Yep.
Have you ever heard of that? Like
hmm Yeah,
what
that
I
was a '90s stuff. Also, I mean, your cold open. There were also vasectomy every sitcom had a vasectomy episode.
Yeah.
Right? That was a trope in the 90s for sure.
This is a tangent, but I just don't understand how that can even. What I saw was it was as if you were taking a wire out of a wall, cutting it, capping both ends,
Hmm.
putting it back in the wall, and then you plug something in and it works. I just don't get how it
Yeah,
happens. So it would be very, very strange if we were to get pregnant again. Um, I- but I also think it will be just as strange when I first, if if I first hear the word grandpa
right.
said to me or about me.
Yep.
I hadn't thought about this identity shift
Hmm.
that word probably activated in him. And so then he's
Sure.
got to go out there and try to lift weights and dye his hair.
Yeah, he's like, grandpas are old, right?
Yeah,
Grandmas are
right.
old. Which, by the way, hey, Abraham and Sarah, they had kids in their hundreds, right?
So did
So,
Picasso,
so did Picasso. Yeah, we
apparently.
we we heard about Picasso, right? So, right. But so that triggered something in him, which led to the midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Now, I was wondering, okay, like for those, and I've heard other people say this, that like the the gimmick of the movie of the mom and daughter being pregnant at the same time. What if it had been becoming a grandpa? I know we would have lost all the great comedy at the end, okay?
Right.
But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, another deeper movie might be what is that like to embrace
Yes.
the grandfatherhood, right?
Yep.
That didn't play out like that.
No, and I think probably I continue to contend that a third movie was inevitable at some point.
Mm,
I think the way this movie ends sets up. Now it would take a while, of course, but if a movie came out starring Steve Martin and Diane Keaton, R.I.P., so it can't happen anymore, called
mm-hmm,
Grandfather of the Bride,
mm-hmm,
do you know how happy I would be? I would be the happiest
mm-hmm.
boy in all the land if that happened.
Yeah, I mean that would
So
have been awesome.
I think what I like about this movie is I think they go there in a satisfactory way to me. That becoming the prospect of becoming a grandfather lets there's a new sandbox to play in around age and middle age in this movie. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. Well, and then another thing that it goes into though is once he finds out he's going to be a dad again, then he's like, I don't know if I still have it. Uh,
uh-huh, right. Okay.
that,
Yes.
dude, I think that theme right there is an incredible second half of life theme.
Yeah.
Do I still have it?
Yeah.
Do I
Oh,
still
that's
have the
good.
ability for another, you know, pivot in my career or
Yep.
in my job or in family life? Like, he felt there was like an inadequacy
Mm-hmm.
that kind of like set in, and
Yeah.
I think that happens in middle age as well with a midlife crisis. So I
Yes.
thought that was really interesting.
I like this isn't in my evidences, and I'm gonna chunk in quick because I want to get something out in the open. But I like in the cold open even where he's talking about, they do the same kind of cold open as the first one. He's sitting in that chair in his living room, the most 90s
Right.
looking chair I've ever seen in my entire life. And
Yep.
he's breaking the fourth wall, talking, and he does narrate this movie also throughout. But he does say, I can't remember the exact wording, but he's like, we only have 4 more years or 6 more years or something until Kieran Culkin leaves the
Hmm.
house. We're almost open empty nesters. We're almost there. I
Right.
m- just imagine all the things I'm going to be able to do. And then I think what you're saying is like, this is going to start again. Do I have
Right.
it in me to
Oh
do
yeah.
this
See,
again?
okay. I didn't read it like that.
Okay.
Or no, like, do I have it in me to go through this again? It was more like, can I do it? Do you know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
um, I don't know if I can be a good dad again. Like, not that I won't be able to make it, but that like I don't have enough or
I
something
I
like that.
I think I'm saying a very similar thing.
Okay, okay,
Like
got it. Yeah,
he
I might have
actually
just thought it.
he even says in that opener like I've got a great life. My
Uh-huh.
daughter's wonderful. She got married. My
Yeah.
son is thriving in middle school. And there's something in that when I hear that about not about his kids but about himself, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I did a great job.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I did a great job. Can I do a great job
Can I
again?
do another great
Yeah.
job?
Yes,
And I
that's
think
exactly. Yep.
that's a really cool way to I think probably we're digging deeper into the movie than Nancy Myers even intended, but like
She's like, yeah.
I think that's a cool way to tell a story of something that middle-aged people feel. Like, can I
Mm-hmm.
keep working in this job and still be doing a good job? Can I continue to excel in my family?
Yep.
There's all these kinds of questions in middle age that come like, am I good enough still? Was I ever good
Yep.
enough? That kind of
Right.
stuff that I really like thinking this isn't a movie that like I'm thinking super deep about, but a layer
Right.
deeper is kind of fun to think about.
Well, that was the one that made me think the most. Is like, yeah, could I do it again? Do I
Yeah,
have it? I mean, it's probably because I'm at work right now. Like,
yeah,
but and also just all the stuff we've talked about over the years about how career has been such a big deal for me.
uh-huh, yeah,
Um, so doing an audition again 2 years ago, right,
yep,
where I was 43,
mm-hmm,
competing against mid 20 somethings,
yeah,
I had a similar feeling of like, can I still do this?
right. I
Can I
can
still,
imagine.
and I even made it to the very end from behind the screen, right? I'm not trying to prove myself here or anything, but it was behind that wall,
But
right there.
it
Do you know
must
what I mean?
be weird. I don't think I have this experience as much as you do to compete
Mm-hmm.
against people half your age. I
Right.
mean, there must be all sorts of things that come up around that I
Well,
can
I mean,
only
even
imagine.
starting to compete with your own students,
And
like
watching them
when,
go places and
yeah,
things like that. Yeah.
yep,
Yep. There's I would say there's part of that with adult kids. Um,
mm,
uh,
yep,
I've said this a couple times on the podcast. Both my boys are trotting the globe this summer
yep,
without me.
yep.
And I
Aaron
am
clocked that.
I am happy
Yeah,
and so proud of who they are,
yeah,
and I wish I was with them. I mean,
right.
I wish I could be with them. I don't think it's a jealousy or a competitive thing for me and my kids. It's just a sadness thing, right? It's okay to be
Sure.
sad, but when you age, and this is never talked about, I feel like you're like, man, I wish I could still do that. Could I still do that? Am I able to? Do I stack up? All those things come into play
Yeah, yep.
around younger students, your own kids, things like that. It can be strange.
Mm, totally, dude. Well, I don't have kids trotting the globe, but I know what that feels like in the student realm, in the
Yep.
university realm,
Yeah.
in the work realm. And yeah,
Hmm.
when like that is something we haven't really delved in too much in the, Two Gomers pod, like what that feels like to work with and coach or mentor or teach like
Yeah.
you do, like shepherd people that are half your age,
Yeah.
and then they're also really really good. I mean, like like there have been a couple students for me that like when I go to lessons, I'm
Hmm.
like, I gotta bring my freaking A game. We
Wow.
always play duets. Part of my teaching style is like we always play duets,
Yeah.
like 9 out of 10 lessons. And I'm like, I gotta bust out a good read. I might want to warm up before this lesson, and I
Yeah.
want to like sound good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're starting to sound really friggin' good.
Yes.
Um, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I think there's season of life stuff that's a
Hmm.
layer deeper in this movie that I do really like. That when I talk to people deeply about either of these movies, lots of this stuff comes up. Parenting stuff,
Hmm.
but also aging stuff, especially in the second movie. They really lean in to how does it feel to get old, and
Mm-hmm.
what is kind of the external and external struggle
Mm-hmm.
that, and everything's escalated because it's Steve Martin, and you kind of
Yeah.
he has his heart on his sleeve. But
Yep.
I think that's pretty fun. Okay, I'm gonna chunk into something because I need to get something out in the open. Is that okay?
Great.
I think the two babies thing is
Mm-hmm.
kind of genius.
I thought you were gonna say kind of dumb.
No, I
I was
think
like, he's gonna. Okay, all right, all right.
no,
I thought you were gonna go the other way, dude.
there are certainly things that would strike in this movie, just like there was 15 minutes that I would cut in the first one. I would cut all the house stuff out of this movie. I just that feels
Mm,
like padding to me to
got
make
it.
it longer. Um,
Got it.
so I'm just gonna, because I just struck it, I'm gonna pretend that stuff isn't even there. Even the Eugene Levy stuff, which is racist. I'm gonna strike that too.
Right. Okay. Let me throw this in with your stricken dude
Yeah.
because I will say, and I don't know if it's wrong. Every family has their own stuff. Makai Kalem is like a top thing we say, dude. Like
Now, fortunately, that is made up, right? It's not even in. So I
totally.
like that, and I do like. Speaking of cigarettes, the moment where he puts the cigarette out on their
That
in their
is
backyard. I
genius.
actually think
Yes.
that's really cool show
Mm-hmm.
don't tell stuff.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Nothing else about that character or that plot line is subtle at all, but that part at least is. Um,
Right.
it kind of makes no sense to me. It also has this thing where you're like, how much money
I know.
does Steve Martin and Diane Keaton make to be able
Oh
to
yeah, dude.
pay a
Yeah.
hundred thousand dollars above what he sold it just to get it back, and then they make Baby Lant the room.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
room, it's
Like,
insane.
okay, so you need to. We talked about you need to strike writing a check for $100,000. Stupid. Nobody does that. You can't do that. Like
Yes.
I think there's a limit to how much you can write a check for. Now it's funny.
If
Whatever.
there's not, there should be.
No, I think.
I think
Well,
there
also I
is.
don't know. Yeah, and I don't know who has $100,000 in their checking account. That's just like not good finances. Um,
And
so maybe he had to
Jessica and I
like.
were just talking about it today while we were drinking our coffee. Apropos of nothing, I just said, but how could he have paid $100,000 with a check and
Right.
then built Baby Lant in his house?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, it's
yeah.
crazy. Um,
But you do get a Nancy Myers, baby room, which
yes,
rules.
the baby
You
room
get
looks great.
the So I love the Martin Short, Steve Martin stuff there, where he's like, "We're having a moment." Like I
Love
actually
it.
loved that. I love their bonding. We're bonding. Like
We're
I actually
bonding
loved
now,
both.
aren't we?
I loved both of those.
He asked him to
Um,
sit next to him at the table. Sit next to me
yeah,
at
sit next to
the
me. That was funny. I just wanted to strike though when Steve Martin says, "I am the cheapest man alive."
What is he smoking?
That is the dumbest crap. Now maybe he's cheap because there was the buns, the superfluous buns thing. Like he was kind of cheap about that. But dude, he spent $350,000 on a wedding. That is not something the cheapest man alive does.
Which, by the way, in this movie, 4 years later, he says he's paid off already.
Oh yeah, also that.
Did you hear that?
Yep,
I've
I
never
did.
caught that before. He's like,
I
I just
just
finished paying
finished.
off the wedding. You
Right.
did it? How'd you do that? So, yes, maybe, maybe in the first movie, because they make such a big deal of it, I can agree. He's frugal, and this is really bothering him. That's the central thing, but not
Sure,
in
he didn't want to
Father
buy a new
Bride Part
tux,
Two,
right?
right?
No, he
You
didn't
don't
want to buy
see
a new
any
tux,
of that.
but the baby room, the baby wing, that's not cheap.
The character of Steve Martin is a bit messier and harder to pin down, I think, in the second one,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because in the first movie he would never even consider selling the house. That's his thing. He's a
Mm-hmm.
traditionalist. He loves that place,
Mm-hmm.
basketball, all that stuff.
I don't want
Just
anything to change, right?
yes, just the fact that he now maybe you could say it's his midlife crisis. Okay, fine, but I would strike that. Okay. Anyways, if you strike the whole house thing,
Yep.
he's just getting ready. you're just getting used to the fact that he's going to be a grandpa.
Hmm.
And I think that kind of runs its course in the movie. And then I actually think the two babies thing is a twist that probably Nancy Myers came up with, and everybody was like, "What?" And I
Uh-huh.
actually
Uh-huh.
think it's really funny.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
I especially love when they go into the doctor and they think something's wrong with Diane Keaton,
Yep.
and he is freaking out and he faints. And then, of
Yep.
course, I love the appearance of Frank
Yep.
and Howard come in,
Howard
and
Weinstein. No, sorry. Howard. What's his name?
Weinstein, I think.
Weinstein.
Howard
Okay.
Weinstein, um, where they where they are discovering that they're pregnant, and they have the reaction that they should have, which is amazement and disbelief, and then they're laughing about it, and they sing "Every Party Has a Pooper." Um,
Uh-huh.
and then I actually think the scene where Diane Keaton, they go over to Annie's house and they tell Annie about it, feels pretty true to life to me. Because
Mm-hmm.
Annie is upset about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. Yep.
And here there's a shift in me where I'm like, I think Annie's okay. I am on Annie's side in this scene. She's
Mm.
trying to celebrate her mom having a baby, and she's like, "But I'm having a baby."
Right.
Like, there's a lot of complexity about how she's feeling there, and then I really like how Diane Keaton stands up for herself there. Like, okay, it would be nice if somebody asked me how I'm feeling about this since
Mm-hmm.
I just found out I'm having a baby. I think that
Yep.
whole sequence is pretty well written, funny, true to life, and if you didn't know that twist coming in, which you do know it because it's in all the trailers,
Mm-hmm.
um, that would be a fun surprise in the middle of the movie. So I am pro two babies.
Nice. Okay, cool.
What about you? I
Great.
I don't know what you think about the two babies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, dude, that's without it, the movie isn't what the movie is.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it would be cool. I think there are other ways you could have done it, but that it's like it's less of a realistic premise than the first movie.
You're right. And
That's the
is that
only
kind
thing
of
about it. So
sequelitis, right? Like
yeah, so that's yeah, it
maybe
can happen. We already talked about that, but like
yeah.
it's not that usual. But that's part of what makes it hilarious. I mean,
Uh-huh.
it's all a setup for the comedy. Like the working out together. I
Yep.
mean, the takeout, like Steve Martin getting
Yes.
all the different takeouts. I mean, that
Mm-hmm.
is so just hunger inducing. I mean, that
Mm.
this movie, like that scene, I wanted all that takeout food. So one of the more hunger inducing, movies that I've seen in a little while, and then also exhaustion inducing. Like he is so tired, dude,
Yes. They
from doing
really
all that
play
stuff
that
and
up.
working.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I
So
was
can I just
legitimately
say
tired
that
watching it.
that food scene, I thought
Hmm.
of you immediately. Like this is Anthony's
Oh yeah.
dream.
Mm.
Multiple restaurants of
Oh yeah. I'll
takeout,
go. Yep.
and you
I would
bring
be
it
all
all
over
in
that.
some big bags, and everybody comes and takes what they want, and you get to,
Yeah.
what am I talking about? This is a dream for me too. I get to try
Totally.
everybody's different stuff. Those boxes that they were in looked so good.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I love that scene, and of course, I thought immediately, wow, Anthony's
Mm.
drooling right now as he's watching this
Oh,
takeout
I
scene.
wanted every one of those things, dude. Looked so good.
Yep. Yeah, Oscar winner Kieran Culkin gets that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
bagel with
Bagel with
locks.
locks. He's like bagel with locks. What? That was funny.
I love that. Yeah. So I actually like I think it's here's what I've been thinking about is like, is it kind of the biggest stretch for a sequel that we've done so far?
Oh,
Like the biggest
yeah.
you're using the word gimmick, and I think that's 100% on. Like the 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 sequel often the baby thing in my cold open, it's a gimmick. And
Right.
so they really press into that gimmick. They double down on it.
Yeah.
And for that for that reason, it's pretty dumb. And for another reason, I really love it because it's interesting. It's
Yeah.
not just a grandbaby. He
Yep.
has to deal with the fact that because everything I've heard about being a grandparent is like it's pretty awesome because
Yeah.
you get to have a baby, but you don't have to do all the stuff.
Right.
What George Banks is struggling with here is, wait a minute, I'm gonna have an actual my kid,
Yeah.
and I'm old. If
Mm-hmm.
I knew that was happening to
Mm-hmm.
us, I'd of course be happy. We said this in the last episode, I think, too, the Father of the Bride episode. I'd be happy about it, but I would think, can I? Am I
Yeah.
good
Do you,
enough?
do
Do
you
I have
have
it
it?
in me?
Do you still have it? Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I get why he was feeling that.
Yep. There was probably in my late 30s, even early 40s, I was like, let's just get it reversed. Let's have another baby. I want another baby. As the
Yeah.
boys were graduating and leaving, I was like, let's go for it. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Now
we've
it's way
certainly
too
talked about the same thing.
expensive to do that. Like insurance companies fall all over themselves to try to get you to get a vasectomy because they save a lot of money on that.
uh,
But to get it reversed, that's out of pocket. And there's no way we could ever afford it. So it'd be a miracle. So Jessica was like, if it happens, fine. You get your way.
That's amazing.
But that would be crazy, bro, to
Yeah.
have a baby right now.
No.
It
It,
would be Picasso did it though, apparently.
yeah. It's definitely something that we always think about when we watch this, and as we're now inching towards the exact same age,
Yeah, it's
that
weird.
makes the movie feel more real, which to us just made the gimmick feel like more unrealistic.
Yeah, I hear
Um,
what you're saying. Yep.
oh gosh, oh jeez, did I lose you? Okay,
No,
so
still there. You almost fell
oh,
over, folks.
oh that was bad. Okay, hey dude, we forgot to talk about the hair. You were queuing up Diane Keaton before we said the rules, and then we never
Wow.
came back to it.
Okay.
Oh,
What do you so she has a vibe, she has a style in this movie, especially when she's not pregnant. Do you
right,
know what I mean? Like I actually really like their they both look great. She and Kimberly
absolutely.
Williams as fake pregnant ladies, their style is great and looks really cool.
Yep.
Um I have a strong opinion on Diane Keaton's style when she's just Diane Keaton, not pregnant.
Right.
Um, and I am fully into it.
Wow. Okay. When she comes around the corner, all four of us were like, ugh, do not like that haircut. Not good.
So the haircut.
Not
I
good.
I was like to Jessica this
Sorry.
time. I was like, I think it looks better as we get further into the 2020s. Like I feel this way about what's her the mom's haircut in the first Santa Claus also, where where she has really severe bangs. Like for
Mm-hmm.
years I thought that looks sick, and then I was like, wait a minute, it's back. That looks great.
Oh,
It's not
see, I
quite
think the
happening
hair
with
in,
Diane Keaton.
yeah, I think, I don't know. I thought her hair was cooler in Father of the Bride 1. I do
Yes.
think that Santa Claus hair, that's the same hair as in Pulp Fiction.
Uma
Um,
Thurman's
yeah,
haircut.
it's Uma's haircut
You're
from Pulp
right.
Fiction is the same haircut in Santa Claus 1.
I'm not quite
Um,
sure how to define Diane Keaton's haircut in this. Um,
It's a
but
bob. It's a really short bob with bangs.
that's right.
It
Yep.
it was in
But that
the
bob is so short, right? It's not a
yeah. It's a
pixie
really
cut.
really short bob. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
really short bob. Now, I mean, we this is our second Diane Keaton sequel this year,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you can look back. I suppose it was 20 years before she's in The Godfather. I mean, peak Diane Keaton is Annie Hall. So
Mm.
sometimes I wonder, is this look? I'm talking about her clothes, sweater,
Yeah.
argyle
So
sweater, and those
now you go to
freaking
close.
high pants.
Yeah, those are super high, dude.
That feels like an Annie Hall like a Annie Hall.
Hmm.
What do you call it when you hear part of a
Interesting.
song in another song, like a
Yeah,
quote
a
or
quote.
something?
Yeah, a quote. Sure.
Like
Hmm.
kind of like a quirky. I'm going to wear a sweater, but it's going to be tucked in, and these pants are
Right.
going to be high. Um, it doesn't
So high.
necessarily do her a ton of favors.
Yeah, well, she's just so thin, right?
Yes, yeah.
Um, and yeah, I don't know. I didn't love it. I mean, dude, she's amazing. She looks amazing. All that stuff. It just wasn't my favorite style.
So here's what I'm trying to figure out about me and these kinds of things is I cannot wait to see Diane Keaton in Father Ride 2 every time I watch it and be like, look at that fit.
Mm, mm-hmm.
Does that mean I like it, or do I just think it's interesting because it is a little bit bonkers what she's
Sure.
wearing? An Argyle sweater tucked in to pants basically like up to her bra. It feels like so high.
Yeah, yeah,
And and that haircut is a part of it. Um
yeah.
Now when she's doing the dishes,
Hubba hubba.
that's a whole different thing, right? And she's 49, right? It looks
Yep.
great. For some reason this time around I was like it feels a little Annie Hall to me for some reason.
I see that. I see that. And dude, I also have to say same thing. It's really interesting, dude, to see somebody that's approximately your age. Like, and so like she appears to me absolutely natural. Do you
Yes,
know what I mean?
definitely. She
Like,
always has. Yep.
um, yeah. And so it's interesting when you see somebody that's 49 that still looks 25. You're like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Now, if you're in the biz, you got to do what you got to do, right? Like, you get. I
Gotta
mean,
make
it's
it
it's
work.
such a it's such a double standard and all this stuff. But it's like, how do you transition from different aged roles? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But she looks amazing, and like I felt like I don't know. I felt like we're about the same age,
Uh, she
which was so weird to see, you know?
she looks amazing and she looks 49.
Yes, that's exactly it.
And that's
Totally.
really nice. And Steve Martin has always looked 49. He still looks 49. He looked 49 when he was 20, right? To me. And so he kind of just looks like Steve Martin. I think I always do ask Jessica like if I'm not sure I ask like is he handsome? Like I'll ask her about like some actors I know look handsome.
Hmm.
Steve Martin is one of those where I'm like, did he get to where he is by being handsome? Probably not,
Right. Right
but he's a
now.
pretty good looking guy. Um,
Hmm.
uh, the people in this movie look their age, and I think that's cool. And I actually think the movie wouldn't work well if they didn't.
Yeah, like if okay, that's a good point. Like if Kimberly Williams and Diane Keaton looked as if they were the exact same age,
Yep.
that would be super weird. You're totally
Yes.
right. And that's got to be in the genius of casting
Yeah.
is uh and also that's probably as an actor too. We've talked about that before. Like, what does it feel like to start embracing father roles, mother roles,
Mm-hmm.
grandmother roles, grandfather roles? Like, I'm not the leading man or
Mm-hmm.
the woman. In a movie, I'm now the mom. I'm now the dad. I'm
Yeah.
now the grandparent. We even talked about that when we talked Die Hard. Remember how his wife in Die Hard is the grandma in Parenthood, the TV
Yeah.
show?
Yep.
Uh, so just embracing, dude, that goes into middle age stuff too, man. Embracing your role
Yes.
uh, at at work or at
100%. And
whatever
especially with you and
whatever
me and
thing.
students, right? You probably have felt
Totally.
this too, right? Like
Yep.
when we were in our 20s and working with students, it felt like Big Brother. Not 1984
Yep.
Big Brother, but
Right.
what I felt like peer or Big Brother or like, and then there's this transition that happens into father figure.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually think I might have aged out of that with some of my students. Kaz, who is 10 years younger than me, 15 years younger than me,
Uh-huh.
his students see him as as a father figure. Now I am their actual father's age.
Right.
Right? I mean, I am a college student's parents' age right now.
Yep.
I'm older than some of their parents.
That has
Um,
happened to me recently, dude.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, so you're right. There is like a how do you embrace these changing roles? I don't I can't. I can't pretend that I'm a student when I'm on campus anymore. Nobody thinks I am.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody mistakes me for a student. They don't ask me
Mm-hmm.
what major what's my major anymore. That would be
Right.
crazy. I don't look like that anymore. I don't act like that anymore. Can I embrace that?
Mm-hmm.
And I do think to a certain extent that is the tension in Father of the Bride Part 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like he's also going back to college. His
Yes.
daughter's going to college, but now he's going back to college too. Or,
Yep.
um,
It's like a back to
she,
school thing. Who's that? Rodney Dangerfield?
who's that? Is that Rodney Dangerfield? I can't tell. Or like Billy Madison going back to elementary school.
That's a better one, Billy Madison.
Dude, can I chunk in real quick?
Yes, please.
All right. All right, dude. Let me just say I love how Steve Martin in both movies, or George Bonks,
Uh-huh.
um, could have thwarted the plan and made it go the way he did at the beginning of the movie, and doesn't in both movies. So like,
Mm.
there at the when they were first engaged, I think he would have loved to be able to thwart that engagement and break it off somehow.
I think he was honestly trying to break them up through a portion
Yep.
of that movie. Yes.
Yes, but then when the absolute, you know, the when it's going to fall apart and he has to take Brian out for drinks,
Yeah.
and we talked about this in Father of the Bride One, is he could have thwarted them right then. He could have, like, he had to confess that he lied, right,
Uh-huh.
to her.
Yes.
He's
Yep.
like, no, that wasn't a lie. Brian is an honest guy. I
Yep.
was the moron,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like he has to tell
Yep.
Brian, I will work this out,
Yep.
right? So he had to die to himself and actually do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing happens in this movie where she gets a call to move. He does not want her to move.
No.
And he so easily, because she's like, what do you think, Dad? I trust your decision.
Mm.
And he's like, you got to take this job.
Yep.
And like, he could have done the selfish thing and been like, you don't want to move. Like, you want to stay around here. You know what?
Yeah.
But he was like, no, the right thing for you is to take this job, take this
Yes.
opportunity. And so, 2 times in a row, as a dad, he dies to himself
Yeah.
and could have thwarted the plan, but doesn't. And I absolutely love that.
That felt like, so first of all, if there's any part of this movie that I related to most, it was that scene in my
Mm-hmm.
current life right
Yep.
now. It feels like such a modern, even though this movie was 30 years ago, a modern reality of middle age also is your kids moving away. That
Yeah,
30
dude.
years before, that wasn't a reality.
Yep.
That usually kids would just stick close to home and sometimes live in the home 30 years before that, right? It was
Yep.
just not a reality that in middle age or second half of life that your kids not only grow up but they move away and you have to decide how to feel about that. So, I mean, the reason of course that I relate so hard to it is that Noah's graduated early from his undergrad and he had two choices. He could go to grad school at ASU and he would
Mm-hmm.
actually do it online and live in Flagstaff.
Mm,
So he would move home,
mm-hmm.
maybe not to into our house, but move to our city.
Yep.
Or he could go to this architecture school in DC. And
Yep.
um you have to make a choice about what advice you're going to give when you're a parent,
Yeah.
right? And Jessica and I both we had the conversation and then the next day we just told Noah, you got to go.
Yep.
Like we of course love you and would love you to be in Flagstaff, but you can't not go.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we live as far away as we've ever lived from him, and it is really hard and sad. But
Mm.
that is I loved that scene as much as you did because when you are this is maybe Nancy Myers went through it so knew how this works. You're faced with a choice when your kids come and ask you for advice.
Mm-hmm.
Should I do something that's going to break your heart? And you say yes. Sucks.
Mm,
And
yeah,
I
dude.
was
Well,
really
that's
locked into that scene.
yeah, dude. I mean, it was just that was perfectly written, and
Mm-hmm.
both the times he did the right thing, and he did the
Yeah.
thing that was harder
Mm-hmm.
for him. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Um, and I know I know that you did the right thing, and I hope and believe that we'll do that same.
Yeah.
Um, you know what else is weird? We talked about this in Father of the Bride. One is that these movies, in some sense, evolve with us, just
Uh-huh.
like Home Alone,
Yep.
like we talked
Yep.
about. And
Yeah.
so um, we're living through the different stages of it, and it's like multifaceted, and it changes like that. And that just shows that it was really, really well written
Yep.
and thought out, even with some of the conceits and gimmicks. Um, and that particular scene, yeah,
Yeah.
he could have
Yep.
thwarted it. He could have been selfish, but no,
Yeah. I mean,
incredible,
she asked
so
him, "What
good.
do you think I should do?"
Yeah, I trust you, Dad.
Oh,
Ooh, mm.
but he made the right call there. Good
Yeah,
job,
dude.
George Bonks.
Here, pause right there, dude. My battery is almost dead. I need to find a place. I'm really worried that this is gonna stop. So can you stop recording real quick?
Yes.
Because I do not want to lose this. Okay, stop.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, stop. I just want to save.
Good. I'm saving.
Please, Lord Jesus. Oh, it's saved. Okay,
Okay,
let
great.
me just find a plug so that we can
Okay.
do the last 5 minutes. I was just like, dude, if this computer dies and I lose this, we are
I
up
guess
a
that
creek.
would happen, right? It would just be
I
gone.
don't
Oh boy.
know.
Well, I don't know either. Maybe it would. Maybe the Mac would be smart enough to help.
Hold on, I'm looking to see if there is a power source
Okay.
close by. All right, dude. Hold your horses. You still there?
Yep.
Okay. Luckily, I brought my trusty this thing.
Wow, you thought of everything.
I tried to.
Yeah.
I'm a Boy Scout, dude.
Always be prepared.
Not quite long enough. Look at here. Here.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yes. Plugging it in is gonna make me feel so much better. I fully charged it with hopes that I wouldn't have to do this, but this shows my battery life.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Woo! We're back.
Sweet.
All right. Let's clap. Or wait, let's hit record and then clap.
Yep.
Okay. Ready? All right. 1, 2, 3, click. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Clap. Sweet. We're back.
All right. Well, we're almost out of time. I
Mm.
have a big question for you. Maybe we're gonna need to punt over to the results show about your after 4 years, your thoughts on
Mm,
Frank.
okay. He's definitely grown on me. I
Okay.
mean, like seriously, no joke. The first time saw it, I was like, "This is nails on a chalkboard." And it's
I know. I
definite.
listened back to it and I was like, just in my mind's eye, I saw Aaron just sitting on the couch, stone faced.
Totally. I said we didn't even physically move.
You
I was
guys
like,
like just die. They're both dead on the
we
couch
were dead.
when Frank appears.
Every line fell flat. I
Yeah.
don't know why. Just didn't resonate
Yep.
in the funny bone.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling much better about that. Still, some of the stuff is like cringe. Some of the
Yes.
lines I just think are dumb.
I mean, when
Um,
he says "Welcome to Babyland," I think that's the dumbest thing Martin Short has ever said in any
oh,
movie.
God.
And I get goosebumps when he says it. Embarrassed for
Okay.
Martin Short goosebumps. And then he does something like so the scene where Steve Martin is drugged up at the end,
Mm-hmm.
and Martin Short has to carry him around. He has that interchange with those punks in the convertible next
Oh
to
my gosh,
them.
so funny. Yes,
Um,
yes.
all of that, and the whole time Steve Martin is has his face pressed up against the.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's those two guys in their element, physical
Mm-hmm.
comedy, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I mean, you you don't have to ever watch it, but there's in the finale of the first season of Only Murders in the Building, there's a callback to this scene. Steve
Ah.
Martin can't move any
Mm-hmm.
part of his body from the neck down, and Martin Short is wheeling him around in a wheelbarrow, moving his arms. It's just like they are so good at that.
Mm.
Um, and so in those moments, I'm loving Frank.
Oh yeah.
Uh, no, I've always been a stand for Frank, and I always will be.
You're
And it's
you're
part
a
of the
Frank stan.
my love for Martin Short, which is different than your love for Martin Short is non-existent, right? I think you bear
No,
him.
that's what if I really liked him in oh, I mean we watched Three Amigos finally.
Okay.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Um
He's awesome in that.
what else is he in? Well, I love Jiminy Glick.
Well, yeah. I wonder if you would actually really like the Martin Short
Yeah, it's been on me and Eric
documentary.
on our list of stuff to watch for
I
sure.
think you would love it
I'm
mostly
sure.
because of who was in his orbit.
Oh yeah, no,
I
I'm
mean,
sure
you
I will
can't even
love it.
believe what you're seeing in some of those
Yeah.
things. And he has a tragic life, Martin Short does, and so that makes you feel a
Yeah,
little bit better about him. Just like when I
totally.
watched the Christopher Reeve
Mm,
documentary
yeah, I watched
and
that
I
too, yeah.
started wondering, am I in on Robin Williams?
Mm.
Do I like Robin Williams now because of this documentary? It was a real middle-age moment for me. It was a middle-age milestone.
That's hilarious. Like I start to like Frank and you start to like Robin Williams.
I don't know. That would be amazing.
Definitely. Yeah. No, I mean
What a
we were
twist.
like laughing. I kind of think he's funnier in this.
I think so too.
I think he's funnier in this, and like, I mean, the oh, man, it's so moving and touching. Like all the stuff where they're taking care of the two women, going back and
Hmm.
forth, and like, yeah, the car stuff, the sit with me at dinner, we're bonding, like all that stuff. I loved it. I love that. I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Again, this is.
I would like more BD Wong.
Oh, me too.
He's so
You know
good.
what? If I was going to strike anything, and I have struck things, so that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to strike another thing, which is not enough BD Wong. He is every
Mm,
time he's on the screen in this movie,
yep.
you're sad that he's not there more.
Yes.
I mean, there's again, this movie has a lot of face work. Everybody's making they're going big and broad in this movie, right? And
Yeah.
so
Yep.
BD Wong he just milks every second he's on the screen. His hair looks 90s. Do you know what I mean? He's got a
Yep.
kind of a center
Oh
part
yeah.
wave
Yep.
back Anthony at some point style.
Totally. Yep.
Um, and then yeah, he says Mazel Tov, which is funny.
Mazel tov. So funny, dude.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah. So I know Frank's character is probably not supposed to be deeply examined, but I do like the same thing you were saying, which is when he gets the opportunity to really care for people, which he does
Mm,
throughout the kind of the last 20 minutes of the movie.
yep.
He's locked in. He really loves this family. He loves
Yes.
being with them. He loves this two baby thing just as
Yeah.
much as I do as a viewer. He's into this gimmick.
Yeah.
And
I,
so
I wonder
I love Frank in this movie.
I wonder if anybody has had the grandfather nickname Papa Lou or something like that, you
It
know?
is that like a Frankism from whatever
Yeah.
country he's from, or is Papa Lou something that he said when he was a kid? I don't know. Uh,
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Um, yeah, you know the character arc of like, artistic genius that just does weddings,
uh-huh.
you know, extravagantly and beautifully,
Yes.
um, all the way till now he's like caring for this family and loving this family,
Yeah.
and like, yeah, he became, yeah, I think that character arc is really cool. I love that.
Wow. Now this is big news. Anthony likes Frank because man,
Yeah.
that episode that we did at first, you were making disgusted noises
Ugh.
whenever I would bring him up.
He gave me EBYFGBs
Yeah.
the whole time. So it's
Yes.
grown. He's grown on me. He is growing on me.
And you know what? I'll just say this. I get it. For anybody that dislikes Frank or cringes when he's on the screen, I get it.
Yep.
That's okay. More Frank for me. Just like
Hmm.
if folks you decide not to vote perfect on this movie, that is fine with me. Nobody's gonna be mad. This is not an aliens situation where I will be in the least surprised if that happens. All right. Well, now it is in your hands, listener. Best place to vote is on Instagram. It's actually the only place to vote. You can vote on
Hmm.
Facebook or you can send us an email, but nobody does that anymore. Go to Instagram. There's going to be a poll posted by Lindsay in the next couple days. Vote on whether or not you think Father of the Bride Part 2 is perfect. Thanks to Webmaster Adam, Jason for our graphics, Davis for our music, Lindsay for our social media. Our next movie, this was Aliens was Mother's Day. Father of the Bride Part 2, Father's Day. I forgot to ask if you saw Mandalorian and Grogu, a
Didn't.
great Father's Day movie.
Hmm.
Strange days, isn't it, folks? There's a Star Wars movie in theaters, and Anthony and I have not said word one to each other about it on
Hmm.
or off the podcast.
Hmm. Have you
A
seen it?
Star Wars movie. I've seen it. I will hold my. I have strong thoughts. What a surprise
Well, I mean,
about it.
clearly there are strong thoughts because I don't really even have it on the docket. I'm like, I might not even go.
Uh, truly, truly strange days happening right now.
It's a serious problem, though, dude. With like, you have to watch 3 seasons of something in order to be able to go to a movie. That sucks.
The IP has been mismanaged. I'll just say that. If
Totally.
somebody like Anthony, who deeply loves Star Wars,
Hmm.
cannot muster up the interest to go to the first Star Wars movie that's happened in 7 years and the last one he loved, even though no one else in the world did, something is wrong with Star
Hey,
Wars.
if J Dubs did the score for Mandalorian and Grogu, I would be there.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this. I think one reason to go is the score. What's his face?
Okay.
Uh,
Lawrenson did it?
Lawrenson.
Did Lawrenson
I
do it?
yes, I was so into the score.
Okay.
It's not John Williams. It's the very different. But so is the movie, so it fits. But I think the score is top notch. I've listened to it on Spotify several times since I saw the movie.
Okay. No,
Um,
I mean, if it's Goranson, then I'm in. I mean, I love Goranson. I'm just saying,
yep,
I don't know, man. You're absolutely right. It says something.
it says something.
I mean, we're talking about going to Project Hail Mary again this week.
Yeah, so it's not like you're not going to movies, but there's a Star Wars movie you could go to and you're choosing not to. I mean, I didn't go on opening night. I haven't been to a Star Wars movie not on opening night since episode 1,
Mm-hmm.
and I was
Mm.
okay with it. I was like, I'll
Dude,
see it sometime. And so we saw it on Memorial Day. Um, it had come out 5 days earlier. What is happening in the world today?
I don't know, bro. Shoot.
If you do see it, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts because there are certainly things to love in that movie, including the score. But um, if you don't go see it, Strange Days. I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't go see
Well,
it at
okay.
all.
Do I need to see season 3 of Mandalorian?
You don't even need to know what Star Wars is to understand this
Wow.
movie,
Okay.
in my
Because the girls
opinion.
haven't seen, they might have seen season 1 of Mando.
I think they have,
Maybe. I don't even know if they have or not.
and
Um,
they like Grogu, right? They
they
like
love
Baby
Grogu.
Yoda,
They
and so
love Baby Yoda.
there is no homework required. They have
But do you see why
completely
people feel that way?
100%.
It's a movie based off a TV show that has 3 full seasons in it.
And the final 2 seasons were deep into lore that almost nobody cares about. Ah,
Right.
Star Wars, what have you done? Maybe they can pull it off. They have Kathleen Kennedy is out. Dave Filoni's in. Maybe they're going to be able to pull it together. I mean, it's also Jon Favreau directed this movie.
Mm. Okay, that's another plus. And Grogu is a huge plus. And Pedro Pascal is a huge plus. Totally.
So Grogu is so awesome in this movie.
I mean, also Aaron's gone this week, and the week before it, leading up to it, was just like May-cember.
Yeah.
So we did talk about going to it, and then we were like, it's just too much. So we'll get to it in the theater when she gets back.
Okay. I will tell you, the kids in our theater locked in, freaking loved it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm going to talk it up, and we'll have a blast with the girls.
Yes, I
If we
almost
do it.
guarantee that the cuteness of Grogu will cover any sins, and
Yep.
they will leave saying loved it.
Great. I'm sure we'll have a blast. It's not gonna. I can't imagine it matching Project Hail Mary though.
Oh no 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 no
So
no
we
no no
still
no no.
like
Yes, it won't. And I would
we've
say,
seen our favorite movie of the summer already
yeah,
so
of
far.
course. So there's no, do not set it up even close to matching anything like that. I
Yeah.
think I have less problems with the movie itself than with what's happening with Star Wars right now. The movie's
Sure.
pretty good.
I get it. I get it. Okay.
Yep.
Sweet.
Anyways, our next movie, Mother's Day, Aliens, Father's Day, Father of the Bride, Part 2. The 250th anniversary of our nation.
Shoot. Hold on, dude.
Okay.
Dang it. You there, dude?
Yeah, did it
Hold on.
stop?
Hold on. Yeah, it stopped.
Okay.
I'm at 138:49.
Okay, let me see what I was saying.
You said anyways, the next movie. Let's just start from there.
Anyways, where?
You said anyways, the next movie we're watching
Okay.
is
Okay, good. Let's
so
start
just
at 138:40. What?
go to 138:45.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
All right, 1, 2. Oh, hold on. Sorry, hold on. 138:45. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3. Click. All right, clap.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Clap.
Clap. 1, 2, 3. Clap.
Clap.
Okay. Anyways, Mother's Day, Aliens. Father's Day, Father of the Bride, Part 2. And in June, or sorry, July, the 250th anniversary of our fair nation, National Treasure: Book of Secrets.
Is this a Turtle Town production?
It sure is.
Yes.
Speaking of non-offensive, a movie that is about America that is
Uh-huh.
not offensive to anyone watching it, no matter where you are on the political spectrum, you can be into this movie.
Dude, are we already talking evidence, dude? That is threading an impossible needle, dude.
Okay, great. Well, let's. So people should watch that movie in preparation. We're gonna do that in
Sweet.
July, and I can't wait to do it because I've been in DC a couple times in the past year. I can't wait
Oh
to see all
yeah.
the sights.
Sweet.
All
Sweet.
right. Well, um, we'll see what happens uh Father of the Bride Part Two. Who knows? It could surprise me, but for now, great ep
Super fun, man.
and happy watching National Treasure: Book of Secrets.
Awesome. All right, let's stop that. One, two. Oh, wait, hold on. Don't. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's clap.
Yep.
One, two, three, clap.
Clap. One, two, three, clap.
Clap. All right, one, two, three, stop. All right, dude.
Save,
Fantastic.
save,
Super
save.
fun.
Okay, great.
I was just worried about that not saving.
No, that's smart.
Here, do you want that tour real quick?
Yes.
Okay. Gomer Nation still with us? I'm going to switch over to my headphones. Hold
Okay,
on.
good idea.
For the microphone.
Yep,
All right, can you hear me?
I can.
Sounds horrible.
Sounds terrible.
Sick. But it'll make it easier. All right. So here we are
So you
in
said
the
that behind that white wall is the hall. That's where you play
yeah,
concerts.
yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go there. Sweet. Through the door. Whoa. Oh, it's the balcony. Whoa. Hey, that's right close to where I've sat to hear you
Yeah, dude.
play. Like I usually sit probably behind the stairwell there.
Yep.
Um, I don't know if that's what that is. Behind that wall there is usually where I sit when I get
There we go. There
tickets.
we go. Sorry.
Yeah. Yep. And so that's my view. Can you show the stage again? Wow.
There you go.
So familiar. That looks
Yeah,
awesome,
dude.
bro. And what is it set up for right now?
We are doing so let's see. It's backwards. Okay. There we go. We're doing Tchaik Violin Concerto and Tchaikovsky Symphony Number 6.
Wow.
So I'll be sitting right down there.
Yep.
There you go.
That's tonight. You're playing tonight?
Yeah, that's tonight. What is it? 4:34.
Yeah.
So that's at 8.
Okay, wow.
So here's what you do as a patron. You come out here. You're like, oh, that was a fun concert.
Mm-hmm.
Or an intermission or something like that. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I got to go to the bathroom. There it is.
That giant sign that says restrooms. And so you were just recording just in the hallway just now.
Right there, dude. There we go.
I thought it was a room, but it was a hallway. There's the stairs behind you.
Here, hold on. Um, Here, come this way.
Okay.
Okay. Um, I had to grab my phone because
Yeah.
this is
Plugged in.
inside patron experience.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, you still there?
Yep. You're walking down to the lower level of seating.
Yep.
Oh.
Actually, walking out to the foyer.
Oh yeah. The foyer is really nice.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Wow. Yep. So people come
Oh,
in
dude,
there.
here's some upcoming shows. That's the one that I'm really excited about. Max Richter.
Oh yeah.
Lettuce. Have you heard of Lettuce?
Never.
St. Vincent?
Yep. I know St. Vincent. That's sweet.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Um,
Max Richter, though,
and,
far and away the most excited. That's what I would be.
oh yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let me just show you. Let's see if anything's happening in there. The room where I normally am.
Okay. This when I go see Anthony play. This is where I meet him down there in that foyer. Aaron and I wait, and he comes and meets us.
All right, here where we normally are.
Oh wow. Yep.
But normally there aren't chairs set up.
So what happens in a room like that? Is there a class that happens in there, or?
Well, so I think the building is constantly being rented out. Just different. Like, let's say you're let's say no, Epic has their own place now, right? You remember Epic,
Yep.
obviously. But like, let's say you're like a business and you want to have like like a
Like
bunch
a
of
training
like
session
like,
or a
like a
conference
training
or
session. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and
Yep.
then breakout sessions. So they'll meet in the different rooms and
Yeah.
you know so.
Yep. Okay, so like there are multi-purpose rooms that people will rent out. That's cool. Oh, I'm losing you. Oh no. I think we've lost Anthony. Oh, you're
Oh
back.
no.
No, you're back. I gotcha.
Yes.
Wow. So now
Oh.
you're still on a balcony there, right?
Yep.
So there's two balcony levels? I didn't remember that.
Yeah. So there's also um yeah, there's the one oh wait, where was I before? Yeah, because there's that one. Is that where I was? There's the balcony there,
Yeah, you were up
and then
there.
there's this. This
Yeah.
is the loge.
Okay.
This is if I was gonna go to a concert, I like, I, that's my perfect seat, right there,
Wow.
like right in front.
Yeah, man.
Can look
This is
right.
what we talked about on the Get on the Balcony episode, where I was like, I
Yeah,
love the
dude.
balcony because I can see Anthony and I
Yeah,
can see
dude.
the whole orchestra and see everybody and what they're doing. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, like the cool part is like you know how like when in the get on the balcony, right? When you were like talking about when you step away,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't seem as scary
Yeah.
or seem as like a big deal. You're like, oh, I just got to
Yeah.
go down there.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I felt big time like that when we went back to St. Pete, Tampa.
And looked at your previous hall.
Yep. And I was like, oh, what the heck was I so worried about? Like not like my job wasn't cool.
No,
My job was
I know what you
awesome.
mean. Yeah.
But it's like, why was I like having existential dread sometimes?
Yeah.
You know? And it's
Yeah.
like, that's it. That's what I was so scared about.
Wow. That's an interesting literal get on the balcony moment for you.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. Cool. Well, thanks for that tour.
Yeah, thanks for coming along. That was cool.
I might snip that out and put it in a separate video or something for 13
Oh, that'd be
Pilots
cool.
and put it on Patreon.
Cool.
Okay, sweet. All right. Well, bye
All right.
everybody.
Okay, bye, everybody.
And bye, Anthony.
Okay, see you, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.